Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Loud Ones podcast. I'm your host, Nas B, and in front of me is my beautiful, lovely co-host,
Dany B.
And thank you again for joining us on another episode. So this week's episode is very different from what we've done in the past. And it's going to be a really cool episode because we don't think that people talk about this enough. And that's dancehall music, Jamaican culture,
Caribbean culture.
And we're going to get into a lot of different things and the changes that's going on right now. So, Dany, what do you want to start off with?
So, first I kind of wanted to get into, like, basically how reggae music or, like, just music in Jamaica has evolved over the last couple of years. Not even last couple of years, over the last decade.
Yeah.
Basically, or even century, however long. Basically, Caribbean music or Jamaican music, I should say, kind of started with this kind of like mento music. Yeah. And mento was kind of like, I don't know if you ever heard that song, Brown Skin Girl, Go Home. That's mento. So that game or that rendition of the song came from mento music. Now, then it branched off into like ska, which is like more of a like
I know what you mean.
It's like more of like a older type of dance music, but it's more like footwork. Yeah. And then it kind of branched off into reggae, which is more like Bob Marley, Barris, and all that stuff.
And now we're in dancehall. Ton up music.
And dancehall kind of like just, it's changed too.
Yeah. It's completely not our parents' dancehall music.
No, not at all.
I think completely, everything is different from like even dancing.
Yeah, even the dancing is different.
So what would you, I'm trying to think. Do you want to start off with our top 5? Do you want to get into that?
Yeah.
So I want to, I don't know, I guess set up a preface, right, for our top 5. Are we going to include people from the 90s or the 2000s? Because people,
I can't lie,
it's kind of hard because I feel like, listen, guys, I don't want you guys to judge us and feel like if our top 5 doesn't include some of the greats from like the 90s that is always like, I don't want y'all to come at us crazy. I'm just thinking like right now because if we can't do top 5 from 90s and 2000s because I feel like that's just not fair.
Well, I kind of had to narrow mine down to I guess like a top 5 of complete, like all together. But I mean, if you have, listen, I have some honorary mentions, so I still couldn't do my top 5.
I'm just thinking because like I don't want anybody turning over in their grave. I don't want my mama to hear this and get mad like, yo, how you leave out. So
well, this is our opinion, so mommy, please don't be tight.
Yes. And our fellow Jamaicans, please don't come at us, okay? But like I said, and I think one of our other episodes, we're both Jamaican, so we can speak on this shit, okay?
Yes.
Do you want to go first?
Okay, because I have mine right
here. Set the record with yours, and I'm going to go in with mine.
All right. So this is my top 5 all together. I had to do some really hard cuts, but this is just gonna have to work.
Okay.
My number 1 all-time favorite reggae everything is Beres Hammond. I can play Beres Hammond at any moment of
I can
the
see
day.
that. I can see that.
Followed up by Sanchez. 1 in a Million is 1 in a Million track. That track is fire.
That album was dope.
Yes. And Never Diss the Man. That's also my fave.
Oh my God. Now you're making me think about mine. Good thing you went first.
So, followed up. I'm sorry, Beenie Man. You did not make this list. Vybz.
I'm not mad at you.
Vybz. I love Vybz. Like, Vybz.
Oh, man. You're going to make me really think now.
He got this new track out right now called Come Here.
Come home. I'm going to say because Come Home.
It's Come Home.
Fire.
Yo.
The video's fire.
First of all, I played that track like 6 times in the last 20 minutes.
We
got the last 20 minutes, but on my way here,
we're gonna get into Vybz because that is he needs
time. He's a whole nother demon
on this episode.
Followed up by Lady Saw. You cannot miss Lady Saw.
Okay.
Lady Saw set the way.
Okay.
Sycamore Tree.
Okay.
Come on.
Dany, I see what you're doing with your top 5. My top 5 is a whole nother vibe. But okay.
You have, it's not even about the greats because Bob didn't make this list. Bob is somebody.
Bob was never going to make my list. Yeah. No disrespect to
I
the
love
Marleys.
Bob.
But he was never going to make my list.
The only reason why Bob is not going to make my list because Bob is in his own category. I don't know anybody. Bob and the Wailers are in their own category. Yes. I'm not even gonna lie. Like they evolved Jamaica so much that I can't even put them in a category.
I think they put Jamaica on the map.
Yes, they did. Then I have Shenseea.
Wow! I love
How
do you go from Beres to Shenseea? But I fuck love.
Let me tell you why.
I'm not gonna take away from that.
This is an honorary mention to Spice. That's my bitch. But there is just something that I like about Shenseea's music right now.
I agree.
Like, I love Spice, and Spice has really, like, I really do love her, but I just feel like right now, Shenseea is, like, filling my music taste, her lyrics, like, no,
you like the song Blast.
See me on God's problem. Like, what? Yeah, I'm feeling that energy.
I feel you. I get it because Spice, for me, it's a hit or miss. It's like for some of her songs, I got to warm up to.
Some of them, yes.
And I think a lot of times, Spice is one of those artists that you have to see the song performed.
Yes.
To get the song. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I want to hear it and be like, yo. And I get that with Shenseea. So I understand number 5, would I have included her? I don't know. But
listen, she made it to the bottom of the list. Okay?
I don't care.
It was her and Spice, and I had to really do like a.
There's so many people that I'm looking at you like, all right, go ahead.
These are because
my top 5 is way like.
This is the thing is that. Right now, she satisfies every time I'm in the club, every time I hear her song, I know every word. Like, I can't lie. Like, I'll fuck with her. Like,
now she came out hard with Ludi, so that was.
She's been consistently putting out great tracks. Since she came out. I can't even lie
her music videos are dope.
OD dope. Blessed. That song is fire. That song is fire.
Yes, she got Tyga on it, so that's super
fire.
Come on. All right, my top 5 is different. Mm-hmm. And I'm just thinking of shit that that's on my playlist. Mm-hmm. So my number 1 is Vybz.
Okay. I can see that. I can see Vybz.
Period.
Okay. So wait.
Period.
So here's a disclaimer. Is this like is this an all-time fave or is this
all time?
Okay.
Period.
All right, Vybz. I feel that.
Because let me tell you the difference between my number 1 and Dany's is I feel like I could fuck with Beres, but I feel like I gotta be in the vibe for Beres. Like and then because Beres sends me into Sanchez and it just sends me to a bunch of people. So I would say the first one is Vybz.
Okay.
Now you're gonna disagree with my second one, and I know this.
Who?
The second one is Alkaline.
I fuck with Alkaline.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Didn't make my list.
Let me tell you something about Alkaline. I've been a fan of Alkaline since I think 2014, 13, right? Mm-hmm. When he came out with 1, 2, 3, all of that. I saw him perform Jamaica. I went to his first concert in America. When I tell you,
you're just a Alkaline vibe. Like
I fuck with his vibe.
You fuck with him. It's okay.
So I know I was like, I know. The third one is Movado.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. This is why I say me and Dany's list is different. Let me tell you something. Mm-hmm. I'm a person where this is gonna sound crazy because I don't think a lot of people say these things. And I know in one of our last episodes, we definitely, I don't want to say we shitted on Jamaica. I would not date a Jamaican man. I still stand by that.
Oh my God.
But I will tell you, Jamaican artists have the most sexiest fucking voices. And not only that, they can be chameleons.
Yo,
so
they are.
Vybz has like 10 fucking voices. Sometimes I'm like, yo, who is that? And it's Vybz. Oh, all right.
Yo, that was so accurate.
So Vybz, I tell you, brilliant fucking person. Brilliant writer. I don't know how he does it. His voices are brilliant. Let me tell you something. My man has been down since August of 2011, and he is probably the most hardest working person I've ever seen, and he's not even on the scene, okay? No, and he's consistent with his music videos. He's consistent with pushing other artists. I have never seen this in the history of music. I've never seen this shit.
I really. So
I have to. If I really could
right now, I would really play this track that he just came out with. Come Home is fucking killing it. And I was, first of all, how did he come out with Fever? I just want to know.
Let me tell you something.
He's in jail,
y'all. Vybz has owned Summertime in New York, in America. Summertime. Period. I can go to a party and only hear Vybz and would not be mad. I would not be
That's
mad.
A fact. That's a whole
I would
fact.
not be
a whole
mad.
Playlist of
I would not
Vybz,
miss anybody else.
The whole party can be.
I'm not going to ever discredit that
That's
man.
True.
Okay, I think he's one of the greatest artists of all time.
Sorry.
And that I'm not specifically saying that about him in Jamaican culture of all time. He is one of the greatest artists of all time. And I feel like we did this episode because I'm like, we have to give these artists their roses, because oftentimes on a lot of people's shows, interviews, they always talk about hip hop, R&B, all the other things, but I'm letting you know dancehall is one of the biggest genres, period. Okay,
biggest. Everybody loved,
and not biggest and most influential on beats. Okay, so all of that new stuff that you hear, even from Davido, in over there in Africa, all the little things that Tory Lanez does. Drake became popular off of sounds like that. Nicki, even though she's from Trini, everything, dance hall, reggae music, all of that started that whole show. I just wanted to
I have to just kind of disagree with you only in Davido's case, because reggae music and Caribbean music does derive from African music. Even though I see what you're saying with the similarities in sounds, but we can't. I wouldn't be able to.
What I'm saying is, if you look at, because every country in Africa is known for different sounds,
which is true.
What I'm thinking about is specifically when it comes to like when a producer makes a beat, he's choosing different drum kits.
Yeah.
That drum kit, those specific drums and how they're used derives from Jamaica.
Yeah, I can see how you can say like Afro beat and reggae music now sounds very similar. I can agree with that. I can agree. It sounds very similar.
But I'm thinking about more so the sound and how it is lately.
Yeah.
Because African music has been on the rise over the last couple of years.
It wasn't, because it wasn't.
Before that, it was not what it was.
I'm not going to lie. I can't even say that because I did dance when I was in college.
Yeah, so did I.
And I did African dance specifically. We did Coupe de Calais and a lot of those dances. And Afrobeat was not very prevalent at that time. And I graduated in 2015, which, about 5 years ago. And I was on that dance team from like 2011 until 2015. And it's true. It really has evolved into a different type of sound.
Because I did dance for a while since I was a little girl. Yeah, so I did modern ballet and I did African. So I definitely, that's why I'm like, I definitely know. Cause
I
mean,
and we both danced for a long period of time because I did technical dance at one point too. Yeah. But specifically African, has evolved.
So, all right. So I'm on number 3, right? I said Vybz, Alkaline Movado. Mm-hmm. So my last 2 spots, I have very different. So, okay. I was battling between these 2 artists, and it's crazy because I feel like I listen to them a lot, and then there's times where I'm like, okay, I go on a drought from them. But Sizzla.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm going to say Sizzla, I mean, okay. There's one.
Listen. We respect each other's opinions here. So.
I know. Sizzla, I think, Sizzla Kalonji, listen.
Not the whole name.
Yes, the whole fucking name. Dry Cry.
No, I'm not gonna lie, that's a fire track. That has the whole.
Not only that, I think about his performances. Now, I'm a person where I travel to Jamaica very frequently. Mm-hmm. I love going to Jamaican concerts, period. Okay, so shout out to the Smirnoff concerts and all those things. When I tell you.
Damn, shout out to Dream Weekend.
Yes.
Fuck, we're not even there.
Sizzlas. And by the way, happy Independence Day to Jamaica.
Yes.
I know it just passed, but happy Independence Day to Jamaica.
Emancipation.
Yes. His live performance is one that's for the books. I cannot take that away from that man. Mm-hmm. So I'm in between him and Buju. I love Buju.
I do love Buju, but
I met Buju when I was growing up. Him and my dad were friends.
Okay.
And I can't say anything bad about Buju because he has music that feeds my soul.
He does.
Now, a person who I love, and I know you're probably gonna like, no one thinks about this guy, but I think he's great, is Jacqueer.
Oh nah, he got mad fire.
So I have a whole Jacqueer playlist, and I sing my heart out to him.
Is it Serious Times? Is Jacqueer, right? These are some serious times.
Yes,
that's my song.
Yes. Okay, listen. Let's not get to because I love Jacqueer. So that's all I'm saying. My list is very different from Dany's, right? If I had a top 10, I would, of course, include the greats like Sanchez.
Well,
and
I had to include everybody that I really listen to. Like,
but I'm not even gonna hold you. Mm-hmm. So I want to include Buju. Mm-hmm. Driver gets me every time. I'm not even gonna go into his other songs because some of them I'm not gonna do lie. That.
This one song is very controversial, but when I tell you,
that's what
I will sing that.
Let me tell you something. I'm so pissed that Apple removed it.
Yo, he cannot perform that song in any United States.
He agreed when he came out. He made a statement about it, and he says that he understands how offensive it is. He wrote the song many, many moons ago, but let me tell you,
Jamaica did not evolve yet when it came to, I guess.
Jamaica's still not there because they have the burglary laws. So.
They're there halfway because one thing I do see a lot is
there's progression.
A lot of progression. I'm seeing a lot of gay people at parties having a good time without being harassed. Women and men.
Yes,
who are really on the party scene and not really being harassed as much. But what I do know is that in order to be like that, you have to be you really have to be protected by powerful people. You have to have money.
I was about to say that. And you have to be at certain kind of parties.
Yes.
With tourists, maybe. What I'm saying, though, is, okay, so I know I just gave 6. So if I had to remove one person, I'd remove Sizzla for Jacqueer.
Yeah. Sizzla is a very...
Jacqueer's story, and when he came out... God. And I really felt bad because he lost a lot of years of his life.
Yeah.
But what I tell you, everybody that I mentioned, and let you know, one thing I do want to big up Jamaican artists for is their writer credit. Because in America, we have artists where you have songwriters. Mm-hmm. In Jamaica, they write their own music. And
wow,
for the most part, they do.
Do Shenseea write her own music?
Yes.
Okay.
And I could go in about Shenseea because I love me Shenseea. I studied Shenseea.
I don't know if she writes her own music.
She does. Oh. She writes all of her own music.
I can't even be mad at her.
She writes all her own music. She's a bomb freestyle artist. She can sing. She can rap, and she DJs. So all I'm just saying is Shenseea does the damn thing. Her and Spice, I will say they've been holding it down. But I will say that's my top 5.
Okay.
Do you think anyone doesn't belong in my top 5? I said Vybz, Alkaline Mavado.
I like Mavado because, he's actually, a lot of people don't realize how international he is. DJ Khaled has really put him on the map. He has a lot of songs with a lot of international artists. His voice is needed,
though.
It is.
He has a voice that has such pain and energy at the same time.
that's what I want to get. I want to say this. Yes. I want to give a shout out to DJ Khaled for really like highlighting Jamaican music every single time he puts out an album. Yes. He highlights Jamaican music and he really respects the culture. Like I respect that about DJ Khaled.
Okay.
But as for your top 5, I don't really think anybody else doesn't deserve to be on it.
Because our top 5s are very different.
And I go based off what I really like to hear. Like
now, should we talk about some of the honorable mentions that we grew up with that people? I have artists that maybe people don't remember. But all right, I don't know if you remember this song. Because my dad DJ'd on the side, and so we always had music and records. There's a song.
Before you say this, I'm gonna let you know. I did not know American music until I was like fucking 15. So,
yo, that's a whole nother thing. Okay, I'm still learning about a lot of
American culture. Period.
I'm still learning about American vegetables. When people tell me shit, I'm like, what?
Let's talk about this. What you call avocado?
Oh, you talking about pear?
Exactly. I don't know nothing. I didn't learn avocado was called pear until I was 18. I mean, I didn't know pear was called avocado until I was 18.
I was still like someone told me about a zucchini like a few years ago, and I was like, what?
I just learned about zucchini.
I'm like, recent years. No, seriously. And people like, yo, Nas, you've been here for I'm like, they're like, weren't you born here? I'm like, I was born here, but I'm like, my mom sent me to Jamaica at 2. So I and my parents, when you have a household where people come straight from Jamaica, the country, and they only and you live in a Caribbean neighborhood, because where we're from, there's a lot of Caribbeans. Yeah. And I'm like, if they only shop at Caribbean grocery stores and you only go to the Caribbean bakery and everything is patties and Caribbean, crust and this
Caribbean
and that.
Meat market, anything you do is Caribbean.
You get
the hair salon.
It's like you're in a bubble and you really don't even notice how much you don't know about America, and you've been here. So people talk shit all the time, especially like where I work. They're like, wait, you don't know this? And I look so dumb, but I'm like, I'm dead ass.
Yo,
like I was telling them, I told people really quick that I was never allowed to eat Chinese food growing up.
Really?
We would get beatings. Wow. He would be like, you don't eat from Miss Chin. And listen, guys, one thing to learn about Jamaican culture that Americans need to know is please don't take a lot of things offensively, because it's if you look a certain way, like you could be Miss Chin, you could be Indian, you could be Coolie, you could be a lot of things. I know Coolie means is a derogatory term in Guyana, but
in Trinidad.
In Trinidad, but I'm letting you know in Jamaica it's not, and it's not a way that we don't think of it as disrespectful. The same way if you're skinny, you're maga. You know, if you're big, you're fluffy. Yeah, and it's all love. Jamaican people love everybody. So just another preface, because a lot of people who aren't Caribbean would not know these things, and I don't want you guys to take anything offensive. That's true. It's just when we speak a certain way, sometimes it's not us disregarding like other people or whatever in cultures. It's just honestly growing up in Jamaica or in a Jamaican household. That's really what it is.
Yeah, it's just not being exposed to a lot of things, and it's not that we're ignorant and we don't want to learn. It's just that we're just learning.
Yeah, but I was not allowed to eat Chinese food.
I
remember my sister. Now, where we are, remember the library? It used to be a Chinese food store at the corner
on 225th. They moved to 226 now.
My sister one time bought fries, just fries. She thought she'd get away with fries. My dad found out it was a fucking wrap. He does not play, because he always be like cat, dog, da da da. Like he would just go off about it, right? And you know, in Jamaica, you raise your own, food, sometimes your own cattle and whatever the case is, and everything's authentic. We don't put all the crap in our food like they do here. Yeah, right. So that whole thing, like, no, we weren't allowed to. But
yeah.
What I wanted to get back to, though, is we were talking about honorable mentions, just so we don't leave these names off the table and people think like we're crazy.
Yeah.
So I think people would say the argument would be, or I would say would be, and is currently at times in a Jamaican household, is the king of dancehall. And I think just because you have an album called King of Dancehall or a song called King of Dancehall does not mean you're King of Dancehall. Because I have this conversation a lot. People can't name 10 Beenie Man songs, but can name 10 Vybz Kartel songs. I mean, can you name 10 Beenie Man songs off the top of your head? No, listen, guys, no shade. I'm dead ass. I think this is something that people need to think about.
Okay, so I may be able to, but what I will say is that
I immediately think of like 10 Vybz Kartel songs right now.
First of all, the only reason why I would not say that he is the king of dancehall is because I probably have 4 Beenie Man songs on my 10,000 song playlist.
What are they? Dany, what are they? Exactly.
Rum and Red Bull.
Oh my God.
You know that song from what's it, Dancehall Queen? I fuck with that song. I don't know the name of it.
She's a
yes. That one. The crazy.
Yo, listen, y'all need to watch that movie. I don't give a shit how old that is, and don't watch the Nick Cannon version. Okay, please don't.
Wait, this is a Nick Cannon version?
Yes, you didn't fucking know. Why is he always trying to fucking ruin things? You didn't know that?
What?
I swear to you. And they're always advertising it on fucking YouTube. It came out like 3-4 years ago. I swear to God.
No, I'm not even watching that shit. I didn't even know about it.
He redid it, and I was like, that is something you do not touch. You do not touch that.
I'm disgusted. But I love you, Beenie Man, and you've done a lot for the community, but I definitely don't see him as the king of dancehall right now. Maybe at that time period he was.
Yeah.
But not right now.
So
I kind of have a little tinge for Beenie Man because sometimes I feel like he's kind of rude. And I don't really like the way he handles his daughter, Disha.
Oh, see, I don't even know.
They often go through like little spats or whatever. And then, you know,
the last time I checked on him, he had that mosquito disease.
Zika?
Yeah, Zika.
He had Zika?
Yo, how do I know this? You don't. Miss Jamaica. He had Zika, and he went on. He made a video, and he was sick. And
when
you know how
he
has big eyes. Like fucking 2 years ago, he had Zika. Remember, Zika was on a rise in Jamaica in the most dense parts. He caught Zika.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Like, if I'm not really focused on you, like in that culture, I wasn't really focused on.
He had Zika, and it was a big fucking thing. It was everywhere. And he was sick, and he was doing interviews, and it was a whole thing like he was gonna die. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about him doing that per se, but
yeah,
I'm glad that he's alive.
But okay, so
honorable mentions. Here's an honorable mention.
Can we honorable mentions? We can include either artists or album work.
Okay, so I want to honorably mention this group of people.
Okay,
Ramesh Entertainment.
Okay.
The reason why I say that they are.
Who does he have besides Shamsia?
TJ, Ding Dong.
Oh God, Ding Dong. Okay.
I like Ding Dong. Disha is a part of Ding Dong Reapers.
Okay, yeah.
So she's the only girl on the team.
Yeah.
The reason why I say that is that TJ has been consistently putting out great music. Up Top Boss, My Type, all of those songs. You don't know that? Bubba your body for the Up Top Boss. But motherfucker baby up class.
No.
Yo, that is one of the hottest songs. Six Boss. I don't know if Six Boss is Ramesh Entertainment, but he got a couple of good songs where he's, let me tell you, they're burning the scene right now.
Okay. So I will.
Did you hear about the stuff that happened at Sumfest then?
No, I started watching stuff. I usually am up to beat on that. But.
So what happened was Ramesh Entertainment was supposed to perform, but he asked them, I believe, for $3 million for three artists: Shamsia, Ding Dong, and TJ.
Uh-huh.
And they declined it. They said they're not paying $3 million for it. But I mean,
JA or USD?
JS.
Oh wow.
I mean JA. $3 million.
Jamaican dollars.
So they
that's only like 300,000 guys.
Yeah,
USD.
But they said they're not paying them. But I feel like that they should have paid them because those are the hottest artists in Jamaica right now.
So they didn't do it?
No, that the whole fucking Jamaica was like confused about like some fest, and they was like, yo, why shouldn't Sia not coming? Why TJ not coming? Why Ding Dong not coming? Because they kind of are burning up Jamaica right now.
What's the new Ding Dong song?
Mad Ding Dong song. Flary, that's not really that new. Fling. There's a bunch of Ding Dong
because
songs.
I don't look to Ding Dong like when I really want to.
Yeah, that's more so the dancing scene. But there was also another controversial because I believe it was Chronic's Law, who and Six Boss. Yeah. They didn't get to perform, and they're also two of the hottest artists in Jamaica right now, and they were on the last of the list.
Jamaica be on some dumb fuck shit.
I don't know what happened, what per se happened that made them shut down Sumfest early. But when I tell you,
have you gone before?
No,
I've always wanted to go.
I wanted to go to a Sumfest, but I'm not really a concert person.
Okay.
And unless I'm about to interact with you and touch you, and we about to be in the same area, like I'm not about to pay to stay all night and just see you perform because I could just watch it online. So that's not really my cup of tea.
Yo, all right, okay, because I love going to Jamaican concerts. And have you? I know you mentioned Dancehall Queen, but have you been to a Dancehall Queen contest? That shit ends at 7 in the morning. I've been to one when I've been to
parties, but no.
I just the actual Dancehall Queen contest.
No, you been?
Yes.
Wow.
Fucking nuts. And honestly, you're probably not gonna want to do it because it's like a 10-hour thing. It's long as fuck. Like by the time I left, they still had like 2 more hours to go, and it was already sun was rising. It was fucking long. Because they have all these different countries that compete, and they have different rounds. So you imagine, like, say you got 20 girls. They got to compete first round. Then you got to choose. Then they got to battle. Then they got to... It's mad rounds.
Oh, no.
It's crazy. But...
I'll watch that online in increments. I just want to see the last 2 win.
No, it's interesting. I don't think I would do it again.
I don't have the patience for that.
No. So you mentioned Romeich Entertainment as your honorable mentions. Now... I am going to take it back a little bit to the Reggae Gold albums.
Oh, okay.
Okay? This one song I feel like is a classic. I don't give a shit what anyone says.
What?
Mr. Lexus.
Yes.
Hello, who you want? Wait, was that Lady Saw on that record? Ring, 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 ring off my celly. That
whole... Oh, yes.
That...
Ring up my celly.
Yo, his voice... was the first
he got another
artist that sounded, because Vybz now has a voice similar to that, but that whole deep kind of, it's not what we heard like in Shabba Ranks, but that whole, oh my God, y'all have to, if y'all know what I think that was like Reggae Gold, maybe like 98, I'm saying is that song and Mr. Lexus has some other songs that's fire.
He got one song that I love.
But I fuck with Mr. Lexus, and I think that he doesn't have a host of music for us to look back and say, oh, he should be on the top or anything. But I'm just saying the songs that he did have from that period of time, and his distinctive voice was fucking fire. So that's what I was thinking first. But I want to mention Sean Paul's album.
Oh, Sean Paul.
We forgot
about
was
him.
that? Dutty Rock.
Yes.
That album, Dutty Rock. When I tell you, okay, that I'm Still in Love with Sasha, okay?
I'm still
in
love. And that was a remake.
That whole album, I think he had like 6 major singles off of that.
Like Glue was on that album, was it?
Yes.
Like Glue, he got mad shit.
He got a lot of shit.
He got a lot of shit on that.
Sean Paul, game changer, okay?
He was a game changer.
Game changer.
Mainstream. He was mainstream.
Complete. He did a song with fucking Beyonce, okay?
Come on.
Game changer. I gotta mention Elephant Man because he changed the dance scene.
He did.
Definitely did.
He did, and he looked out for... I was actually watching a video with Marvin the other day.
Okay.
And he said that Elephant Man put the dancers in a position to make a lot of money.
Yes.
And he came back and he said, Elephant Man, we need you because we need you to upgrade, I guess, or help the youth.
Yes.
Because they're not making enough money. I don't know if it was a shot at Ding Dong, because I don't know. I was reading some Pink Wall comments. Yes, I love Pink Wall, but I don't be commenting like that. You might get a laughing face because it's a little mixy for me.
I think that Elephant Man is definitely needed in the culture. Now, let me tell you something. I don't know if you saw this post I did like maybe a few weeks ago, and I literally could not stop fucking crying. Crying from laughing.
Oh.
Not like that.
I would say, oh.
Elephant Man is new to social media.
Oh my God!
Do you remember? Okay,
is it the video picture?
Yes, and this nigga's fucking post. Let me tell y'all something. If y'all want to laugh uncontrollably, please visit his Instagram. I'm not lying, and it's really his real Instagram. He just got it, and I know he's gonna have 1 million posts as if he's been on it. But if you look at the date, he got it like 3 weeks ago. Fucking jokes, okay? Fucking do you remember that post I put up?
Was it the one where he was in the mirror?
And then he walked into the mirror. Yo,
I'm not gonna lie. Like Elephant Man, his style has to evolve. Please, Elliot, below you, please evolve. From
all of the 1 million fucking rings and half head hair, and he still pops his collars and wears like 3 shirts.
Yo, my kid,
and his pants is fucking tight as hell. All I'm saying, and stop cutting your eyebrows. Everything. There's so much that I can think about, but I'm letting you know. I love his Instagram because it makes me laugh.
You know what? Don't even change, Ellie. Don't change.
Please don't, because it's fucking jokes. I feel bad because he only gets like 20 likes, but dead ass.
Really?
Yes.
Nah, that's the way Jamaicans be liking pictures.
I swear. I swear to God. I was like, that's what made me question it. Like, is this really his page? But it really is. God. But I tell you, funniest thing ever. But I gotta give him credit. He's an honorable mention. Another, I'm gonna say a group, and TOK is an honorable mention.
Oh yes, I love TOK, yo. Me and my brothers and my cousin, my dog.
Yes, set group. Listen, I met them, and I got a piggyback ride. Like, me and my siblings got piggyback rides from them. And this is crazy now I think about it, because my dad was so fucking like so extra. And you know how there's some Jamaican men that just know people, and you always be like, how do you know them? I don't even know how my dad like knew people, but we met them, and they gave me a piggyback ride, and I remember getting them to sign my posters and everything like that. And I remember they fell off the scene for a little while, and then they came back with that song that was like yes. That whole
that's my
and
shit.
Then I remember everybody kept remixing it.
Come back.
Yes.
That was my shit.
It's the last thing.
It's the last thing he said to her son. Yo, the vocals on that track. Yo, the vocals on that track.
The day his life was taken.
Yo,
he didn't know he wouldn't come back.
No, sorry. He died from the bullet of a gun. Wait, you gotta. This is the last part, right? And then the little boy was gone.
She said, "Help me!"
No, that's the track right there.
So TOK is one of my honorable mentions.
Nah, that was a good track.
Okay. So this other person, I don't know. I used to think they was fire, and maybe now I'm like, okay. Oh, wait, hold up. Now it came back to mind, the person. Now, I don't know if you fucked with them, but when I tell you, this was my crush. They were not attractive. I love their voice.
Who?
Ghost.
Yo!
I'm letting you know how I feel about that man. Yeah. And I know he don't have no original songs, so y'all not going to find it on Apple. But I'm telling you, there's a whole playlist of Ghost on... And you gotta put Ghost reggae because it's not gonna come up regular.
Hold on.
That man's voice.
We gotta play a track.
He is back on the scene now, but his voice, okay? I sung my heart out. I used to be that little girl like, that's my man, okay?
Hold on.
That was my man. Nobody could tell me shit.
Y'all.
That was my man. And you know.
I'm about to play the track.
Okay. Listen. We can go in, but I'm just saying.
In honor of Ghost,
He doesn't. I've never heard people big that man up.
In honor of Ghost.
Shit, he should have been in my top 5. But Ghost, okay? Yes. And he don't got no original songs, but he's fucking fire.
This right here is a fire track.
I love this bitch.
Hold on. This is a...
oh my God.
All right. Pause it now. Y'all.
Ghost?
Ghost.
All right, fuck that. I'm taking somebody out of my fucking top 5, okay? I don't give a damn if you don't got no original songs.
My cousin, when she hears this, she's gonna go crazy because this is my shit.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something, okay? I was driving one time.
Yo, this song come on.
My husband got in the car like, yo, what's wrong with you? I'm like, yo. I said, this nigga is the GOAT. He's like, yo, what's wrong? What's going with you? I was in my bag, okay?
Yo.
That is my guy. No. And he's like, who's this nigga? I never heard of him. I said, let me tell you something. Yeah. You gotta be really fucking Jamaican. But he is a GOAT, okay? I don't give a damn. His voice has been the only person that can do those falsettos.
No.
As a Caribbean man, I don't give a damn. Okay.
Right.
The whole playlist on YouTube. I'm sorry. I'm emotional about it.
We got a little hype right there.
But
do you guys see how the evolution of dancehall has completely changed? It really has changed. It changed.
Oh, I've been listening to the shit in my head. All right, guys. All right. I know. All right. But I gotta censor myself.
But but that's the crazy thing. It's like the evolution of Jamaican, and not even Jamaican music, of just reggae and just Jamaican music down the line has completely changed. But there's songs that are timeless.
Yes, and there's artists that are timeless. There's music that is timeless. But I wanna say, go ahead.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but before we even go into what you're saying, this is an honorable mention. She is not Jamaican, but Jamaicans love her to the core of our heart.
Idea.
You know who? Celine Dion.
They keep doing all her songs. Sanchez, all of them.
Let me tell you, Celine Dion has a special place.
Celine and Whitney
and Shania Twain,
because they keep doing their fucking music. They do a lot of Whitney shit.
But the crazy thing is, they play the originals in the party,
and then they go.
Yo, they play that shit and the party will go nuts.
Yes.
A Jamaican party is not lit if it doesn't start off with Celine Dion.
All right. One other person that I need to mention as an honorable mention, and I want to give him his flowers while he's still alive. Shaggy.
Okay.
And I say that because Shaggy is a very distinctive voice of Jamaica.
Yes.
And I've never heard someone like that man.
Yeah, he is. I would give him that honorable mention.
And I think there was a period of time in reggae where that voice was like the voice.
Yeah.
And it was big. Now, we can mention the other ones like Supercat, Yellow Man, all them other people, but you know.
They're pivotal, but they're not our time.
Oh, you know who I like, but I'm kind of scared of?
Who?
DeMarco. I don't know why. Let me tell you why. He looks like Rick Ross, but let me tell you why. I forgot what music video was, but it was like a porno. Oh, wait,
what?
Shit! Bring it to the owner.
How did we
bitch?
How did we forget about Dexter, motherfucking sexual dad?
Let me tell you something, okay? But listen, we need to do a top 10 because Dexter, that whole album.
You fucking scared the shit out of me.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I get so excited.
She's yo,
bitch.
Dexter.
Look, you forgot all about him.
He's not. You know what's crazy?
And he's new to the.
He's not really cute to me, or is he sexy at all? Sorry, not sexy.
He has sex appeal.
He definitely has sex appeal. He's just not.
Bitches be wilding at his concerts
because he's a freak nigga. He's a freak
nigga.
I
thought he was married when he first came out because he used to wear a wedding ring. And then I started seeing his performance. I was like, this nigga can't be married like this because bitches would be acting like they giving him top. It'd be crazy. Yo, when I tell you something,
I'm not gonna lie, that put me in a whole different mood. If you
want to get a girl,
my man knows if that song comes on, he get the wickedest wine of life.
Yo,
if you dance to a nigga to a Dexter Dab song, you're either about to be in trouble or you're going home to have fun.
Yes. All I'm saying is that I remember when that dropped. I remember where I was. I remember watching the video a million times, and I remember
was that the video?
Calling and it was like a 7-minute video. It was long.
Yo, that was a sex video.
Yes, it
was.
The
only thing that they
but
did
I'm not gonna lie,
show,
the quality and everything.
Yes,
it was like a movie. It was a mini movie.
The only thing they did not show.
Yeah, I know.
In that video.
Yes,
was the actual.
The intercourse
actually happening. Like, I was watching the video like, this has to be real. Like, this has to be a real sex scene.
But I'm letting y'all know, when I told my husband, I'm like, yo, that song has to go down in the books. I have to one time to the song. The song is fire. It just puts you in that fucking mood. And then it's just like, he has a very, like, yo, when I tell you, his voice is so buttery and smooth, and he sounds like that live.
She know wear the underwear. No, yo, he got mad fire. He just came out with a song too.
But I'm letting y'all know, honorable mention is definitely Dexter Dab.
Okay, I was gonna premiere him too. So, so how do you feel? Caribbean, not even Caribbean music, Jamaican music. Per se, has changed in the last couple of years. I think, not even the last, like, in let's say the last century.
I'm gonna say what people would say, and I would say what I'm gonna say. People would say it would vulgarness.
Yes, a lot of vulgarness, but I mean that is Jamaican culture. To be very honest,
people would say vulgarness. I think people would definitely say the harshness of it.
Yes,
because you have people like Tommy Lee.
Yeah,
who can make it sound demonic and crazy, right?
Sometimes he got that song Blessings, which I like.
He got better, but when he first came out, he came out scary.
Alkaline did too. Alkaline,
with the eyes,
with those eyes,
but
he was really.
But 1,
weird.
2, 3, and all of them songs was not like scary. But Tommy Lee's voice was scary.
I mean,
when he first came out, are you kidding me? He had the whole look too. It was scary.
I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of Tommy Lee.
I'm not either.
I actually really got into Tommy Lee because I love one of his his one of his dancers, Dany B. I really like her. That's how I really kind of got sucked into like the new generation of like dancehall, is because I like the dancers. Yeah. And I used to watch if y'all don't know, the dancing been like this for more than 10 years. Because y'all don't know Pasa Pasa.
Okay, listen.
Pasa Pasa is what created the space for Bossy Tuesdays or whatever. Because Pasa Pasa was like once a week. Yeah. They used to have other street dances, but Pasa Pasa was a whole video. I think. Of all night.
Yes. I think there's a lot.
And it wasn't in venues. It was on the street.
I think that okay, do you remember Sting?
Yeah, they don't do it anymore, I don't think.
No, but the Sting videos back in the day, the stage performances, things people did, so that you guys would notice that the performances and things like that have not really changed.
They haven't.
The antics have not changed.
They call them sound clash.
Oh, I went to Sound Clash with Elephant Man. This was in 2016. Well, Elephant Man, Ninja Man, all of that. Oh God, that was a whole other thing. Yeah. So I think music has changed. The music has changed. The people would say the vulgarness, the harshness,
and the dancing,
as well. And I think that people would say that what they talk about, the content of the music has changed.
It has.
Now that's what people would say. And I say the things that I agree was content-wise is because back in the day, people didn't talk so much about violence. Yeah. It was always, reggae was all about sex and feelings and food.
That's true.
Right? And now we hear guns, we hear gunshots on the music. And things like that. The harshness I think that's specific to artists though, not to the actual change in music.
Can we do you want to say that it's kind of like,
and
I see the correlation with also in like hip hop. That's what happened. It's like when
I think
when hip hop changed
each other.
Yes.
And because the newer artists, Jamaican people do not just listen to reggae, okay?
Yeah, they listen to all kinds of music.
A lot of times in Jamaica, you'll see that people look to America for what's going on. So the thing is, anything that's big on airwaves here is most likely big on airwaves there. So if we are transitioning from hip hop to trap, there's going to be some type of influence to dancehall music there. Yeah, because the newer artists now. And there's a new Jamaican artist every day. So they're coming out younger. They're coming out not even under people, because back in the day, people would come under camps. Yeah. Bounty Killer is an honorable mention, by the way. Yeah. Don't want to take away what he's done. But people used to come up under camps. And now people are just coming out by themselves. That's because true. There's more studios. We have the internet and more access to internet and things like that. Right. Back then, we would have to get you on like a DJ or a selector, I should say, to spin your record. Absolutely. And gain popularity. Now we actually have internet.
Social media.
Most of the country has access to the internet. So it's a whole nother thing. Yeah. YouTube has changed. And back then we used to wait. America, we used to get music late from Jamaica. We would have to wait for it to be on little CDs.
That's true. And it's very true.
It could be big in Jamaica for like 2 months. We would get it so late. So I think those are some of the changes and why their music has changed, because of influence. And not for nothing, now in Jamaica, if trap came out on Tuesday, Jamaica's going to hear it Tuesday night or even Wednesday. So the transition in music is happening live, like right away.
Yes, I can say that because before, this is just something simple. Yeah. Jamaican culture was not to talk about oral sex. Yeah, it was actually like looked down upon. Like Lady Soul has a song like isn't not Lady Soul, somebody else. Dembo, and that was when they say bow means to like.
It's like disrespectful for you to be going down.
It's like bow is like giving head. Now girls is talking about
suck the cocky,
and even Ishana came out with that very controversial track. Oh yeah.
And it's in Jamaican culture for men not to go down
on the woman. So. It's kind of like okay, because Vybz Kartel came out with this.
Okay, they lying.
They be going down. They lying. They I will be down. Say though, they go down. They just try to lie and hide and do it. And what was Equal Rights? That's a song that Ishana came out with. Okay. I just got started. She was. Bumper to my forehead. She really, Jamaicans were so mad. The men were so mad, but the girls were going crazy because they knew it was true.
It is. Let me tell you something. Growing up, that would be the thing, like, people would say and would not say at the same time. Some people sometimes it would be a conversation, but it would just be one of those things that we grew up knowing that men don't do. Yeah. And you have to accept it if you're going to be with one. Yes. So that's different. But, So what are the differences that you think have been for us in the culture, like music wise?
I can agree with you in regards to how the music makes a transition based on American based music. Yeah. And I like the new generation of music because it's a little bit more free. People are allowed to feel how they want. It's a little bit more honest. Yes. I can say it's kind of derogative. Okay. In regards to the references they make, and because they're a little bit, because compared to every other Caribbean music, Jamaican is the most vulgar. Even in Trini music, even in Guyanese music, even in Bajan music, all of that.
But do you think, because I think the vulgarness has always been there. I think
it's always been there, but it's not.
The terminology has changed. Yeah. And I think the thing is, we would use a lot of metaphors.
Yes, and now we don't.
And now we're just telling you like, yo, we want to fuck, or you know, whatever. Like it used to be. And there was a time where the vulgarness amped up a little bit, but they were using like punani,
like
bumper, or something. It was not like ass, pussy, It wasn't nothing even, like that.
Right. It would have been something like, you know.
Who do you think changed that? I have an idea who.
I feel like Vybz did.
I did.
Vybz did.
Vybz
but
changed
even
that whole thing.
Okay.
Because Lady Star was nasty, but she ain't say no things that Vybz was saying.
Under the sycamore tree. That was a song. A boy want me bow, but me tell him to flee. You see, like then it was even that at that time. You know, nobody wants to talk about it, but like Dexter Dab, your pussy make me weak to you. Like he said, he said your pussy makes me weak.
Listen, guys,
to you.
I'm gonna be listening to that shit on the way fucking.
That's the crazy thing about it.
Because Dexter, I tell you right now, I have to go see him in person.
It's true.
I have to see him,
but just to branch off into like influencing music.
Wait, can we talk about dancing, like the dancers?
Yeah,
really quick. Like,
okay,
I want to talk about how nowadays, what do you think about people making comments and joking about how Jamaicans dance? Because there's a lot of videos that now are like making like big time media.
Yeah.
Like one of them is Marvin.
Head Top.
Oh yes.
When she won, I was
20K.
I was happy for her because I said, you know what?
She was in something else recently, twerking. She was in something else.
I can't remember who it was, but I know. I feel like I know exactly who it was. I just can't remember who it was.
I saw her and I'm like, oh shit, she really making it.
It was a big artist too. I can't remember. Once I remember, maybe I'll say it next episode. But I want y'all to know this. Jamaican music has always, the dancing has always been vulgar. In the 90s, this was the dance move, okay? It was very vulgar. It's just that it's just more out there now.
The jumping out of the trees, the jumping
That's
off the
just
roof.
different. But in Jamaican culture, this was a thing. This thing here, this wine, hold your vagina thing, that was a thing.
Oh, the pat your vagina.
And the pat, that was, it's just... The thing is that back then y'all didn't see it because Pasa came out maybe once a month or once a week. And if you didn't have the connect to get the Pasa off Jamaica Ave, or you didn't have it in Brooklyn or wherever you was at, the internet wasn't hot like that. It didn't have YouTube when those shits was coming out. Like, so it's always been vulgar. I just think that now it's just gone to a new level.
Because the jumping out of the tree, the setting shit on fire, the bringing car parts and all the other craziness. I think a lot of it's ridiculous. Have you seen it in live, like in person? Like,
oh yeah, I have videos. I've seen Team Spice in live too. I actually met them when I went for Jamaica Carnival.
Spice is not that crazy though. Like she's the whole sheet shit. It's not that crazy.
She her per se is not crazy, but her dancers are crazy. Yeah. Pretty TC. And Dancing Rebel. I remember there's another one, Danger. Danger was there before. I believe. I don't know. I don't really know, but I think she's still dancing. I'm not very sure. I don't know if she fell off the scene, but I don't really check for her as much.
Yeah.
But I think that they really make money off of it, and they really do work hard at it. Yeah. They get like international shows. They get paid for that shit, and they're really working. So for people who think that the dancing is derogative, there are people that love it. Asians, the white people, they're in Jamaica paying for those classes.
If you go
paying crazy.
Dancehall Queen, and you'd be surprised. I remember I saw a Russian, somebody from Russia compete. We had a Dancehall Queen that was Japanese before or something like that. Japanese or Chinese, one of I think one of the two. So that's kind of been there. The funny thing I wanted to say is I've never heard a Jamaican say they have to go to rehearsal. Like, you ever just see they be falling in line?
But the thing is that they do. I've
never heard.
They talk about it. They talk about
rehearsing with it because they go to a party and then they end up with the same 2-step. And I've never seen them rehearse.
The thing is that they do rehearse, and that's a part of Jamaican culture that I'm really engulfed in. Is the dancing, the dancers. Yeah. And they do practice. They practice a lot, and they really, really work hard at it. Okay. When they're not at the dance scenes, they're making videos of them dancing to songs, promo videos. Like, they are really practicing, because the thing is that I hear some of them talk about it behind the scenes, like on their lives, and they say they're underpaying us and they don't know how hard we really working. Like, we go behind the scene and we work, and
because in America, dancing and the choreographers and everything, like, they get paid a lot.
They get paid a lot, and the thing is that they're dancing. People may say this bad stuff about the Jamaican culture and them dancing. I'm gonna say it again. They make money off of that shit. Yeah. When they go on tour, they make money. Yeah. When they go for these classes, they make money. Just like how Royal G and Inhale Me is making money. They're making money too. And the crazy thing is that Inhale Me and them, they have classes, like, you know, in like the United States and in international countries. Mainly the Jamaican stars get that kind of shine from the international countries a lot.
The biggest choreographer that I know that's Jamaican, her name is Jamaica.
I don't know.
She has worked with every major big artist, female wise, and she's one of, if you ever look her up, she's one of the biggest choreographers. Wow. I'm trying to think. I want to say she's worked with Beyonce to some degree. She's worked with like all the bigger, anyone who dance. Oh, she works for Ciara. She's worked with like people who dance.
So is she like
she's a choreographer?
I'm saying, like, is she like a choreographer in the culture now, or is she? Yeah. Like, so she knows all the new dances and everything. Okay.
She's big. Her name is actually Jamaica, which is funny. But yeah, she's a very, very, very big. And I remember that because back in the day when people used to do the behind the scenes of music videos, then I noticed it was her. And then till this day, you still see her. So we wanted to, I don't know if we have enough time, but we want to get into.
I'm just going to give y'all my top five for hip hop.
Hip hop. Go ahead.
My top five for hip hop. We were gonna try to go into rap, but we just got so caught up in reggae, because it's so many layers to reggae music that people don't understand.
So many artists, by the way.
Yes, so many artists. So my top five, and people may find like this is controversial, because this is a disclaimer. I didn't really start listening to rap music until I was like 18. Like, you know the popular songs, but I was never really rap. I was never a rap connoisseur. Okay. I'm more of a
because I am.
Yeah, I'm not really a rap connoisseur. I'm more of like a R&B soul kind of thing. My top 5 rap, and people are gonna be mad about this. Drake. I just like Drake. I like him. He ghostwriter and all. I love his music. His music makes me feel good. I could sing his songs. I could play that shit in the shower. I could clean my house. You know, sometimes it's because I'm not a rap connoisseur. I'm not gonna like that old school feel, and I like his upbeatness. Takeoff. I feel like he's very underrated. He's a very good lyricist. Like, he's completely great. Cardi, I had to go with Cardi because that's my bitch. I just love her. I love her Evolution. City Girls, because they have that energy. Where the bag at is my shit. Fuck that nigga. That's my shit. That's the energy that I breathe. Yeah, fuck them niggas. And then Meg Thee Stallion. These are all new rappers, because again,
a lot of females, which is bomb.
Yeah, I love Meg Thee Stallion because she also gives that hot girl energy, which is how I feel. It speaks to my persona when I'm not dating my man. Well, when I wasn't, let me say that, when I wasn't dating my man.
I say, do you not date him half the week? Like,
nah, we I don't do that makeup to breakup shit. So, when I'm not in a relationship.
Yeah.
And an honorable mention to Rihanna, even though she's not a rapper,
she's very big in hip hop.
Yeah, she's very big in hip hop, and she's been influenced a lot by Jamaican culture.
So my top 5 is very opposite. And this is not my top 5 for today with new artists necessarily. I'ma just cover some that I have to include.
Okay.
My first one, and you're gonna look at me crazy, is DMX.
Okay.
When I tell you that's my nigga, that's my dog. And it's crazy because when people no, first off, that was ASAP Ferg's kind of bark. He goes, that's DMX. He goes like a growl.
Oh, you're right. That wasn't ASAP Ferg's bark.
That was ASAP Ferg when he goes, that's his shit. All right.
I used to have the DMX bark down, but not no more.
DMX is my favorite. I feel like he just gets he could be. I feel like you have a party. He has party anthems. I feel like he gets me in the mood when I just want to be like, yo, fuck that. I want to fuck some shit up. He puts me in different moods, but I feel like he's a GOAT.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say that. Now, I'm the second person / group I have to include because I just have to is 50 Cent and G Unit.
Okay.
I'm gonna just say that. Now, I'm a fan of his music. I would say the last 2 bodies of work. I mean, the last one, but I would say 50 Cent for me. There's just too many times
he got a good.
And I say G Unit because one of the things that I really love, like their. Do you remember this? Well, if you're not really into music, but Elephant in the Sand was a whole like tape dissing Fat Joe, but it had nothing but classics. And it was fucking jokes, but it was hilarious. It was hilarious, but lyrical and just like a whole vibe. So I'm going to say 50 Cent G Unit is number 2. 3 is Nicki Minaj for me.
Okay.
Nicki lately, I'm not really feeling the Nicki lately. But I'm just saying I could always count on her for a popping ass verse.
Well, lately, not really.
Lately, not really, but I'm just saying historically.
Yeah. I honorable mention to Nicki. Nicki really has a good catalog.
Yeah.
In the past, not recently, I haven't really been feeling her tracks, but in the past, even on Pink Print, I kind of fuck with Pink Print a little bit. But like recently, Nicki is not that hot to me.
So,
but in the past, I really did fuck with Nicki, so I'm never gonna take that from her. She's an amazing
4
artist.
is gonna be Drake.
Okay.
And
Ghost Rider and all.
5. Okay, this person is gonna come as a shock to like people who know me, but I'm gonna have to give it to Meek Mill.
Okay.
And I say that because his last body of work, even that 24/7 track with LMA, I think him dating Nicki has helped him improve his catalog because now he's improved as an artist for females.
Yeah.
But Meek is one of those people you can count on him in the club to just amp you up if you're not feeling like a vibe. You know what I mean? And I think that he's a really good lyricist. Now, I know people are going to say, oh my God, y'all girls, y'all didn't include the Nas and the Jay-Z. I'm a person where I consider myself a rap connoisseur, and I can honestly go into a lot of fucking artists that I like. One of my favorites of all time is always going to be LL Cool J. I love LL Cool J.
That's Kyrie's favorite.
I love Nas. My favorite track from him is Rewind. I think that is one of the most talented fucking records somebody can do, is tell a whole story backwards. I can go into it. Of course, Tupac and things like that. Something Wicked is an old school track a lot of people don't even really listen to for Tupac. I fuck with it. I could go into it, but I'm just saying what I think. No matter what, if I really wanted to listen to something, there's always going to be a 50, a G Unit. DMX, I have my whole playlist. I fuck with him very hard. Drake is always kind of one of those people who you can get so many things from Drake. Meek Mill is one of those things that he has girl tracks now. He has tracks that's for the hood, tracks that's for the club. His what is it called? His intro is always it's literally an intro, but people still play it as a record. Like, you know what I mean? So, and Nicki, you can always count on her for some cute fucking lyrics. Yeah. She's always good for quotes, whatever. Honorable mentions for me that it's funny that I'm gonna give him this because it's a hit or miss for me sometimes. It's Fabulous. I think some people don't mention him, but a lot of people, there's a period of time where quotes usually only come from Drake, Nicki, and Fab.
That's true.
That's it.
It's true. Fab has a lot of captions, and
he's a caption king.
I like that he stays up with time.
Yes,
I think he does need to put it to rest a little bit right now because he's getting older in the game, and he needs to mature a little bit. But I think consistently, his music stays up with the time.
I think that he had a bunch of tapes where I'm just like, okay, that was fire. I think the last one went over people's head a bit. But I think there's so many dope ass people that I can just think of. I don't want to go into it. Maybe we'll save that for another conversation.
Yeah. This conversation is actually gonna have to.
We're gonna need to do a part two.
We need a part two because there's so many layers to hip hop music.
Yes,
and it's elevation. That and evolution.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm just got tongue tied.
Yeah.
There's so many layers to hip hop and just everything about it. But I basically do my my list off of how my feeling music. Yeah. I like if I'm listening to a song and then I hear the lyrics and I'm like, nah, this nigga is going in. Yeah. Then I start listening deeper.
Oh, my honorable mention has to be Cardi because I love me Cardi. When I tell you Cardi, I loved her from Gangsta Bitch Volume 1 to I fucked with Cardi. On. I remember putting a lot of people on a Cardi and they'd be like, why you listen to this stripper hoe? And I'm like, yo, she's gonna be big.
People, and that's the thing. Because she has this background that she was a stripper or everything, that she can't evolve. Everybody can evolve. And just because the internet has come out, that was the point of the internet, was for evolution, for us to evolve, for us to grow. So people who get mad about that, about somebody who got hot off the internet, you guys have to really take a look back and think about the people who came before us, because they were, I'm sorry to cut you off, but those people, because we evolved from tapes to CDs to streams. So
yes. So oh my God. We're
gonna have to cut this one short because there's so much that we're about to unwrap.
So I'm thinking, all right, so let's get into our Nabi.
Yeah. So today we will be doing Nas B's. I'm not sure what yours is, and I don't know what mine's is, but we gonna get there.
Okay. I have very interesting ones, and you go first. I have to think about which one I want to
do. So my Nabi for the day is I don't really think I had a Nabi. Oh, no, I do have a Nabi. Mm-hmm. My Nabi, and this is completely not related. I was listening to the news this morning, and my Nabi is, what the fuck is wrong with these people and the mass shootings? Mm-hmm. This is about to get serious. I don't know if y'all know, but there were 2 mass shootings.
6 hours apart.
6 hours apart. One in Texas and one in Ohio. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if the one in Ohio, because I was trying to do some research about it, the one in Ohio was related to white supremacy.
It was.
Okay. Well, guess what? Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with people. And I don't know if because they think that their skin or their privilege or their life means more than ours. But that shit is disgusting. Yeah. And no matter what you say and no matter how you feel, if we came to your house and killed your family, I want you to know it's still equally wrong. Mm-hmm. So don't fucking come over here trying to kill people because you think they don't have the right to live, because we all have the right to live. Mm-hmm. And you may not be religious, but at the end of the day, no matter how much better you think you are, we're all going to the same place. Mm-hmm. No matter where you believe, whatever you believe, between good and bad, good is going to go and bad is going to go. So make sure when you doing that shit, whatever God, whatever you pray to, be content with him. Because that shit is fucking disgusting. Like, and Trump, you need to get it together. Like, that shit is disgusting. Like, that shit, I was listening to it, like, this morning. I was just like, God damn.
It's crazy.
Our kids going to have to walk around in this.
I know.
I'm scared.
So I have a weird Nabi. I have a few that I can think of. But one I think definitely for me, this week, which I think this kind of probably we can bring it up again in another future episode. But my Nabi for this week is, don't make serious commitments like marriage to people if you have plans on still being a city boy or city girl. Now, this has nothing to do with me. I'm just saying there's so many things that I've seen around me recently that is on some complete fuck shit. And I say that because I'm like, yo, my biggest thing is don't waste nobody's time. Like time. Because now that I'm thinking like with the mass shootings, like you said, people are losing their lives every single day.
Yeah.
Every single fucking day. And there's so much shit that is just like, yo, there's situations where I'm just like, yo, why even, I'm like, because a marriage is expensive. Why make someone drop $100,000 on a wedding?
Are you going to cheat?
And you out here being a city girl or a city boy on some whole other fuck shit. And then honestly, especially if you know the person, like, or want the person or know of the person, and you like, yo, that person's a good person. I say that because I honestly know a lot of people struggling with finding good people.
Yeah.
And these people really be out here like
disgusting.
On some bozo shit. And I just think it's super whack because on my social media pages, you always see men talking all this shit about, oh, they don't make them anymore like this, that, and we see girls doing it. And then it be the same bitches that be crying for years. They finally get a good nigga or vice versa. And they be doing some whole other fuck shit. And there was so many things that I've read and saw this week that just pissed me off because I'm just like, yo, that's mad fucked up because I have a friend or I have whatever that would benefit from this situation.
Right.
And it's crazy because you could get mad. Like if I'm dropping $100,000, I gotta drop all this money to divorce you and do all this other stuff, and now I'm embarrassed, and now and your life is shattered. It's crazy out here. It really is
that's
crazy.
So sad.
So it makes me sad, and I'm not trying to end on a sad note, but I'm just saying like, y'all, certain things I'm just like, yo, if y'all want to be out here doing, like I said, always the time, y'all second and fucking do what y'all want to do.
Just think about your family first.
Just people time. I would be so fucking mad. I would be so fucking mad.
That's true.
I would be mad.
It's true.
I'd be mad. I'm saying stop doing shit like that. I'd be seeing this shit just be like, oh my God. And you be living a whole lie. How do you have time? I don't even have time. Like, come on. Anyways, that's just mine. Like, stop doing that. That shit is crazy to me. I know it's still gonna go on, but like, come on, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyways,
so that wraps up our episode.
Yes. Very long episode. But we had to give it to you guys this week.
Yes. Thank you again for tuning in to the Loud Ones podcast. Don't forget
to follow us. Subscribe and rate us, please. And follow us on Instagram at the Loud Ones Podcast. And then what's on Twitter?
Loud Ones Podcast is our Twitter.
Yes. And if you want to send in anything that you want our advice on, we do have an email set up, the loudonespodcast@gmail.com. And then also, what is your IG handle?
My IG handle is at Dany Bonaducci on IG. I don't have a Twitter. But yeah, you guys follow us, and thank you again for listening into the Loud Ones podcast.
Oh wait, I want to drop my IG.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay.
I thought you did already. I'm so sorry.
It's at @always_Nas. And yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. Bye, guys.
Bye.